Yo guys, I have another video. This is my favorite build for heroic missions. I've only soloed one though. Currently uploading that, but I didn't it didn't capture the end of it. It just my capture card turned off, which sucks. My computer went on sleep mode automatically and went on screensaver, and it actually turned off the video recording, but I completed a heroic with this build. Obviously a level 4 control point you can easily do too. And I think everything's very well synergized with this build. So I'm going to show you guys what it is that I've been running. If you guys have been seeing my other videos, you will see that I'm ripping through content, challenging content, which really isn't that challenging. There's a massive jump if you guys have even attempted heroic. There's a massive jump from heroic to challenging. Between them, the gap is ridiculously massive. There should be another 2 levels between challenging and heroic to get to then heroic. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just ridiculous. That's my opinion. Because the enemies hit a lot harder, and they also take a lot more damage. You guys will need the Nemesis for this build, so if you haven't got it, you best go get it. Go and watch a video on how to get it. It's not hard to get, guys. Anyone can get this weapon, and enjoy having fun doing that. That's before you even watch my video. You have to have this gun. This gun isn't just used and thrown as a secondary like the chatterbox and never ever used. Yeah, this is actually used. Mine, I re-rolled mine, yeah, and I think 356.2k is near the cap it can roll for. At the end of the video, if I don't forget, I shall go over to my other sniping build and show you. It goes up to 460 or 480. I think it's 460k damage. But I have to change up my sniper build because that is a different video. So let's focus on this video. Now you want this because you get 25% extra headshot damage to this weapon, which is the P416. Why would you want that? You want to pair it with this sharpshooter specialization, which gives you another headshot damage bonus, which is I think 25%. That's all that needs to be said. With this specialization, you get extra reload speed and stability. I think you get all kinds of things that you need to use. You need stability because you need to be able to hit headshots with this build. You don't have to be amazing at controller playing, but I'm just saying, if you don't hit your headshots, it makes life a lot harder for you, because what you're doing is essentially this build is around headshots and high armor. Why are we doing high armor? Because of unstoppable force, right? And unstoppable force, killing an enemy grants you 2% of weapon damage for every 10,000 max armor. Yeah. I will go through each individual bit in a second after I've explained why you want to do this and what you want to pair it with. You want to pair it with on the ropes. Okay? On the ropes, weapon damage is increased by 25% whilst all skills are on cooldown. Why would you want to pair it with that? Well, when you get a kill, you're getting however much armor you've got, 280,000 armor, you know, with the 2% increase for every 10,000 max armor you have. Then, on top of that, when your shit's on cooldown, you're going to have on the ropes, which is an extra 25% weapon damage, on top of having the 25% from this, headshot damage, and 25% from this bad boy. And already a badass gun. I think this is really near the cap, this gun. Obviously 19.4 isn't the true number to somebody that hasn't, for example, got extra assault rifle damage. This is a build that isn't a raw build, so basically I have bonuses to help boost my assault rifle damage. So your assault rifle damage might be higher or lower than mine. It doesn't mean it's going to be the same. But when you want to re-roll one of these guns, or when I keep getting one dropped, I don't see anything over the number I have on this build. If that makes sense. I had another one somewhere. I think it's in my stash, and it rolled for 19 point. It rolled 1k over, and that was it. And that's the only one I've seen that's rolled over, and I've had like 6-7 of them. 19.5, look, that's the only one that's rolled over. There's none that have rolled over that. So the P416 is the one you want to look for because it has the best rate of fire in terms of stability and everything else. There's another one, 18.5. It's just the best all-round assault rifle. There's nothing better than it. This is better for damage, but it's got a lower RPM, and it's annoying because you don't want to be using something like that when you want those clean headshots. You want a laser instead of a big gun with long. How do you even you just don't want something that's going to have a large recoil, is what I'm saying. You want a laser gun type thing. So that's the build. It's around the Nemesis. On the ropes, high armor. You want hard on every piece you can find, which will only be obviously on the chest and the backpack. So with the backpack, your priority is to find something like this. Okay, and your chest this is the priority, to find something like this. Okay. This isn't min-max, but it's kind of close, I'd say. Now, the Nemesis, before I go into it deeper, the Nemesis is a very good weapon for a secondary, because if you've got some annoying ass enemies that are just too far away for you to even bother with your P416, okay, you will want to use this. This thing is so fucking powerful, you don't understand how powerful it is unless you've got it and you've used it. But I don't even know if it helps me being on this class, right? Even though it is a sniper specialization, right? Sharpshooter, but this thing is fucking ridiculous, mate. If you charge a shot up and you hit your headshots, it can one-shot most of the PvE enemies out there. Not on heroic. On heroic, I don't think it. I'm not on this build. On my sniper build, it will, because obviously got maximum rifle damage, blah blah blah, and it's obviously another 100k, pretty much 110k above this. But if you're playing challenging, it'll one-shot pretty much anything in the head. Not the boss, obviously, unless you're playing solo, because obviously when you're playing in a group, it's multiplied by how many are in the group, I think, something like that. But even hitting a body shot, it hits like a truck. It's more powerful than your specialization. So you want to get this motherfucking weapon right now. This gun is good. The sidearm, in rhythm, while equipped, every enemy kills have a 5% chance to refresh active skill cooldowns. This is quite an annoying perk. In terms of, if you were playing a skill build, you'd want it, because it activates more like 50%. Because every time I kill some fucker, maybe it's because I'm killing everyone, I don't know. But literally, 5% feels like 50%, because every fucking enemy or two enemies I come across, it's fucking resetting my skills. And it is annoying, so I might take that off, actually, come to think of it. I was wondering where the fuck that perk was. Couldn't even see it on my weapons. The third perk obviously doesn't matter, talent or whatever. You want Optimist on your shit main, shit diddly. You want Allegro as well for the increased rate of fire. So let's move on. Now going in more in depth, the mask doesn't matter what make, what brand set it is. It doesn't matter as long as it's got high damage to elites, a skill power mod, and damage to elites on the and hard hitting obviously on the talents. This is the mask. Could be anything. It could be that. Could be this. Could be that. But you have to have damage to elites on it. You know what I mean? Let's move on to the chest. So the mask doesn't matter whatever it is. The chest matters. Why does it matter? Because Fenris allows you to have 2 perks or talents. Perks, my man. Talents is unstoppable force. Obviously, I've explained that one to you. Hardened. Yeah, you want hardened on it. Luckily enough, I found a mod with assault rifle damage. I do have a second character at level 15. And I will be farming when I get around to it to be doing the other mods that you guys you may know about and some people may not know about. But you can actually get blue mods that go in your skill kind of, where do they go? Utility slots, the protocol slots, they go in there. And this is an example of one of them. And I didn't get this purple one. I've never seen a purple one that can go in a utility. But when you put a damage, see it's red, assault rifle damage and rifle damage. That's a mod, right? It's not actually a red that shows up as a whole. So I'm still under 5. That should show 6 really, shouldn't it, right? And show 6 yellow. But it's actually 5 red, 7 yellow. Because it counts the yellow, a utility. So that's why you want them, because it ups your damage. Some of the utility mods actually have some good stuff on it, like reload speed or things like that. So just look out for that. But realistically, in a heroic mission, you are not going to be throwing grenades too much, unless it's flash grenades from this class, which I'll get to in a bit. But yeah, you won't be. You'll be engaging targets 24/7 with this shit. The holster, if you can get an ongoing directive holster, it's got a critical hit chance on it. I modified mine because it had something else on it. And obviously you can put the utility protocol slots. You got 2 utility slots there. So that's 3 yellows basically. I know it's a red, as I explained just before. It's got assault rifle damage and rifle damage on it. That's actually a utility mod, believe it or not. That's how it's working in this game, so we're going to go along with that. Yes, I could have damage to elites on here and protection from elites. Yes, I really, really, really want this, but I can't have it. Why? Because there is a fucking blue there instead of a yellow. I really want this on, trust me. I really do want this one on. But it needs a mod slot, because then I'm protected from elites at extra 10%, and I've got damage to elites. It's the ultimate combo. That's why I say it's not min-maxed, okay? Still seeking a holster that's basically god roll for my build. Now, you guys don't have to copy my exact build. You can go out there, obviously, and find 2 yellows on here, but you won't have damage to elites. But it will give you an extra 1 yellow for balancing out the rest, if you don't happen to have what I have, right? Moving on to the backpack. As I explained before, on the ropes, harden. Okay, you need 7 yellows to unlock on the ropes. You need 7 blues to unlock Unstoppable Force. But for the yellows, cooldown reduction, not bothered about that. The yellows. As long as it's yellow, get a backpack with them 2 on, and you want armor on the backpack. You must get armor because you're trying to raise your armor, so you get the damage increase from every enemy you kill from Unstoppable Force. Correct. Hard earned on this bitch, and obviously you want it to roll the highest possible. Higher rolled gear score gives you a higher overall armor score rating. So you want that shit in your shit, man. You gets me? The gloves are okay, not the best. The assault rifle damage is kind of low. It could be 12%, but I've not had a perfect god roll yet. Realistically, guys, if you find, or girls, if you find a 12% or 11% or anything above basically 6, keep it. You never know when you might need it. I have some that are higher. I think it's in my stash. Got shotgun damage, obviously, but they don't have what I want on them. So I could add another 15% damage to elites, right, with these gloves down here somewhere. Just past them before. Yeah, and I could put another utility slot in there. Which I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to test it out. Put a utility slot in there. Let's put them on. That gives me 7. And let's take this one off. Put that on. Yeah, you see. I can't get it, man. I really want that extra. Because then I got almost damage to elites on everything. You know what I mean? But, yes. So, on this, I got weapon damage. Probably want headshot damage on here, but you want assault rifle damage and health. The blue helps you get up to these 7, the 5, 7, and 7 where you want to be. And obviously the knee pads. I should have damage to elites on here somewhere, but I think I took them off. Where the hell have they gone? Ah, yeah, they don't roll with 2, do they? The Fenris do, bastard. Get less armor though, and you get no mods. So you need Gilligard. You need Gilligard, and these pads are quite, common. I got the most Gilligards in a goddamn game out of all of them. These have dropped the most for me, but they drop a lot with health. So get them with bonus armor on. I got a really nice roll of 11,000. You want patience on them because when you sat in cover, if you want to be that type of player where you just chill out a bit more, I'm fucking aggressive. Even on heroic, I'm pretty aggressive. Because on heroic, if you sit around, you'll get your ass slapped. You'll get your cheeks handed to you. These motherfuckers flank you from everywhere. They try and run behind you. And the game knows if you're a shit player, and it also knows if you're underpowered. And it also knows if you can't handle or you're missing your shots. Therefore, what they do, the heroic bastards, they fucking rush you. And yes, I have had a shit aim. I have had some really bad instances where I've been in them situations. So yes, I have been shite on this game. And they rush you no matter what, right? They'll come at you, they'll fuck you up. So you must make sure that you're not staying in patience, goddamn, for too long. Unless you're staying back. You've got a long aisle you can shoot down with your nemesis. You can pick them off from there. Depends how long you want to take. But in my opinion, playing heroic is pointless. You don't get anything better than the challenging. You only get one more fucking shitty yellow high-end reward. Realistically, you should have the chance, or you should get an exotic cache just like Division 1, but the devs haven't fucking worked that out yet, and you would have thought they would have actually learnt from the first division to perfect something like this, but they clearly haven't. But they are working on it, and they'll come out with something different. Now, the mods on here are important. You want your total armour on your mods. Let me just double check something. Why the hell have I not got total armour's on there, not 4%. You want to find total armour and protection from elites as much as you can if you can, because that motherfucker with the minigun, if you're on heroic, will fuck you up. So every percentage matters, and obviously you want bonus armour, that's great. But yeah, you want total armour on all your armour mods before you look at anything else. I got armour on kill and health. I can change this health to more health here with the purple mods. Armour on kill, health regen. You can pick whatever you want for this one. Realistically, if I could, I would pick more armour, but the option obviously is not there because that's defensive. Protocol, and this is defensive system. So you want total armour. Do not forget that. Total armour, yeah? I think there's total armour on another one, is there not? Yeah, it's just them two, actually. So 3.5% total armour and 4%. They make a massive difference. 7.5% total armour is a ridiculous amount of armour to add to your already existing armour that it would be. Let's just take the 4% off and show you guys what it would be without. There you go. Yours fucking 10 grand there, 11 grand already. Ridiculous, mate. So don't forget that. if you're farming around and you find total armor, do not forget to fucking save him. All right, guys. This build is not min-maxed, okay, but it's downright fucking amazing. And if you can have any build in the game and be a good player and still get through certain things with that build, if it's tangible, you can do certain bits and run back, and it depends how much patience you've got and stuff, but this is the build you want for face tanking. This is the face tanking build, because of on the ropes and unstoppable force. Now, I'll get onto the flashbangs in a minute. There's nothing too much to touch on really with them, but I use chem launcher because when you're in cover for that brief 2-3 seconds, you're gonna smash one down, or if you're running around, you just want to put it on cooldown. You obviously hit your left bumper, get it on cooldown. Why do you want on cooldown? Because you want both your skills on cooldown to activate on the ropes, right? 25% extra damage. You're getting 100k per bullet headshot. I've seen 150k on an elite. There's a video of me showcasing 110 or 120, I think, somewhere. And yeah, for the other, I have Seeker Mine clusters because it's like a UAV. It shows me where they all are. And it's pretty much on cooldown all the time. Sometimes it doesn't work, so you got to hold your right bumper down for on the ropes to proc. So yeah, this is my build now. Obviously, for me, this is the build I'm mostly enjoying in the game. Doesn't mean it's the best build. It just helped me through a heroic fucking mission, which took me like an hour and 20 minutes. Probably longer. It was fucking ridiculous how long it was. Never will I do that again. It's shit. So yeah, what else is going to say? Flashbangs. It's situational. Flashbangs, if you're playing heroic solo, you need them because if they do end up rushing you because you are sitting still a bit too long, maybe you're with your nemesis, you know, they might rush you and you might want a flashbang to fuck them off. If you put out enough damage with your assault rifle whilst the elites or the enemies are rushing you, they'll actually run back because they'll be like, oh shit, this guy's putting out some serious damage, I'm gonna get killed here. Fucking change my goddamn mind and do a U-turn when possible. Which these motherfuckers U-turn in front of you and then run back. But if you don't shoot, if you don't do enough damage, they will fucking run into your ass, look you in the face and say, surprise, motherfucker. And they will fucking punch you. You got all your armor gone, all your fucking health down. The next shot, one shot, you're dead. So you need to make sure you either flashbang the cunts or you shoot their asses in their head, man. Now, my stats I will show you, but my critical hit chance, obviously from that one holster, is very poor. Yes, I would like to increase my critical hit chance, but it is not a, it's not a big thing right now. In Rhythm, it's only good because if you're playing Heroic and it resets, okay, for example, you have another kind of UAV like Seeker Mine, right? So it helps you like distract them more. So it is kind of good in a way. It's just very annoying when it keeps resetting and you keep having to proc it when you're playing a lower level. So say if you're playing challenging, you got to keep smacking your right bumper, left bumper because it keeps fucking refreshing, right? Because like I said, that 5% isn't 5%, more like 50% in my eyes. The way, you know, you're going through content, you're running through, hitting headshots and shit, that shit just resets 24/7. So 19.4k damage, weapon damage, 7k, well 7% critical hit chance, which is pretty bad. That's why I want to raise it, but at least I've got some sort of critical hit chance. That's what you want. The reload speed bonus is ridiculous. I'll go over weapon mods in a second as well. I'll just show you my stats basically, guys, so you can see it. So I don't have to read them out. You guys can just pause the video if you want, have a look. But yeah, let's just go over weapon mods for this one here at weapon. I've gone for damage to elites. Oh yeah, that's a good point. You want only the 25% extra headshot damage whilst holstered from the Nemesis will only work with the 3.4 or the 4 times scope. Any other scope, obviously, other than that, it won't work. It won't work with any hollow sight or red dot or any of this bullshit. So just make, it will work with that, obviously, because it's an actual scope. But just make sure it's one of these two, okay? Reload speed, damage to elites. Realistically, I want to change that to stability. Yes, I could have critical hit chance, but what's the most important thing, especially when you're playing high content, is to hit your target, right? If you're not going to hit your target, you won't get the motherfucking kill. And if you cannot hit headshots with this goddamn build, you don't need to do this build. You need to go play shotgun or something. And 10 rounds. I am, however, looking for the extra 20 rounds that's come out. And it's from a weekly cache, I believe. Ooh, weekly cache. So, let's see the numbers. This is without on the ropes, yeah? And Unstoppable Force won't proc. So that's my DPS. Damage last hit, right? Not the best. Let's reset yo shit. Let's get on the ropes procking. Remember, this is just on the ropes. Yeah, okay. A lot better. Okay. Let's go for a headshot. A lot better. 1 point, pretty much 2. Body shots, not very good. So you get the gist of it, yeah. Some more shots, you know what I mean? Right, so as you can see, there's my numbers. Oh yeah, and on the ropes isn't active right now. You see, we're on the ropes. Oh, that's a long shot. That's why you want that stability. You know what I mean? Right, so you're consistently hitting some good DPS there. What else was I going to say? That's pretty much it. I don't know what else to go over, really. I think that's covered it. If I could make it better, we're wasting a talent right here. We've got no talent on this, obviously. I would want damage to elites or headshot damage on here. But then if I put this on, then I don't hit the threshold. Right? But I get critical hit damage. I could put that on, and then I could put on... where is it? I had some gloves somewhere. I don't know where they actually are. Utility damage. Yeah, the utility. There you go. So you can put that on. And you can put something like that on. Yeah. So you can make it like that, but you got, you know, less armor. Okay, so you're not going to get as much there, but you got more headshot damage, right? So you got on the ropes active still. Now, those numbers you're seeing, okay, from here, that's just with on the ropes, remember? I'm not getting unstoppable force active at all. So, I've not done the maths, but you're getting about an extra 50% weapon damage, I think, something around them lines. You know, it just makes a difference. Might be better, to be honest. As 102. Yeah, it's actually better. Look, the headshot damage. It's hitting 100k more consistently. Let's get to the last of the magazine. That's why I'm doing this. If you're wondering why. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed my little demonstration. Oh, and I will switch to my sniper build to show you guys how high this bad boy is. 485. If you hit some motherfucker in the body with that on challenging, if it's an elite, I think it almost kills him or does kill him one shot. If you go to re-roll this weapon, yeah, this thing drops. 359 is the highest. 359k, yeah, is the highest. I could re-roll it to max it potentially out. I don't know if it would max out, but let me put on PvP, which has got nothing related to any type of sniper or any sniper rifle build. Or, you know what I mean? 335k. Yeah. $359. So it ain't the top. It's nowhere near the top actually. Thought it fucking was closer. So let's re-roll it. See if we get more. See, I got worse. This is the thing. So you got to make sure that when you roll it, you have to keep rolling it, and it's just look at the draw whether you get higher or lower. But yeah, I'm gonna roll it again. I've got a check this out, guys. Because I'm happy to keep doing this. You know, to see it's a worse damage now, it's a lot worse. 35k less. Right? So what I'm going to do is, because I just farmed for this, I'm going to break this one up. Get my exotic components. This is just the aim of the game. It sucks sometimes. It's completely RNG. I got quite a high Nemesis last time. But I really, really want something at 359. So let's try and hit that. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we get a 350. 301, that's not very good. So let me just change to my... It might be the case that I don't get a good one for a long time now. Do you know what I mean? But the sniper, it's just ridiculous, mate. If you hit somebody with that, it's just so fucking sick. I'm down a lot. See that? But that's the luck of the draw, man. I really want a higher one, and I fucking lost that chance there. But I'll just keep getting the... I'll just keep... I don't have enough materials. Oh, I've got it equipped. But I do really want pretty much a max roll, but it's up to RNG whether or not I get that fucking max roll, you know what I mean? Fingers crossed for this one, eh? Yeah, what's going on? Let's try it again. Alright, here we go. Will we get one really good or not? Okay, it's not as good. You know, that was a really good roll I had, you know. But it wasn't the highest, and I want the highest. So, there you go. Let's go to PvP. Let's have a look at how much we are now. We're obviously 10k lower than we were when we started. Okay. I'm going to go keep farming for more exotic components and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, top roll is 359k? 359k. So basically, I will continue to keep rolling, whether it's bad or even better. Obviously, it'd be great until I hit 350 plus, because 335k isn't. I mean, it's amazing. Obviously, it hits like a truck in the the PvE world. But what I'm saying is, if you can have the absolute highest, it's going to give you the best chance of one-shotting shit every time, mate. It's just ridiculous. So with that being said and showcase, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. And I actually wanted to roll it even more. I don't want 370. I want, 300. What are we on? Let's have a look. What are we on now? I don't want 325. I want that 350. 100%. So with that being said, guys, I shall see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.